So I wanted to do a quick video today because I've noticed that lately a lot of people that I meet struggle with their grip. And the grip is one of those most important things if you're a new golfer, because it will help you so much to get some of the fundamentals going for yourself. And also the grip is the only connection with a club, so that will really help. If you have a good grip, it will help you control the club face. And the club face is obviously very important if you want to hit the ball to the target. So let's go over this simply. I want you to stretch out your left hand if you're a right-handed golfer. If you are a lefty, I would have you extend your right, but I'm going to do this as a righty. So, and I want you to point to the heel pad of your hand. So the heel pad of your hand is right here, okay? This would be your thumb, this would be your heel pad. The heel pad is gonna help you get some leverage on the club. So I wanna show you how you're gonna use it. So I want you to kind of imagine that you are shaking hands with the club. So your hand is always on top of the club like this. It's never under, okay? One of the mistakes that I see a lot of people make initially is that they put the club in the lifeline of their hand. So it kind of sticks up like this. This is not a good idea. So we don't want to do this because it's going to make it very difficult for you to get the club up. Okay. So what I want you to do is put the club on top, but then I want this heel pad to be on top like this. And initially that might be hard. So I want you to, what I'd like you to do is point your fingers basically to your toes, okay? So that's gonna help you get the hand more this fashion versus this way, okay? So this way, it makes it easier to get that pad on top, okay? So here you are. Now you should be able to make this motion. So I'm just moving my wrist right here, up and down, and that should give me some leverage on the club. So maybe one of you might ask now, okay, well, where should I feel this? Like, where should I, how firmly should I be holding it? Well, I would like you to, these three fingers right here, that's gonna be where you're gonna feel the most pressure. So when you're holding it, these three fingers are kind of in charge, okay? So those three fingers will help you kind of get that leverage on the club that I'm looking for you. Now, secondly, let's see, I'm gonna come a little closer here so you can see. I'm gonna bring it up like this. So notice how I don't have a big space here between my index finger and my thumb. So one of the things that I see a lot is people kind of opening this quite a bit, okay? That's an issue when you get the club to the top of your swing, because then you won't have the thumb to support the club when you're back up in here. So what I like you to see is to be able to put the T right here in that little crease and hold it, okay? So right here, I'm pretty good. Now you have options. So you can do what's called 10 finger grip or baseball grip. So that would just make your hand look like this, okay? So your right hand should cover your left thumb, okay, like so. All right, so that's baseball. If you want to explore something different, I would have you lift it up like this, extend your index finger, take your little finger, and then hook it in and put the other fingers around the handle. And that actually kind of hooks in, and then your hands are actually a little bit closer together. So some people find that they like this better because it feels a little bit more stable, okay? So not as disconnected perhaps as the 10 finger. Some people love the 10 finger grip. I used to play that way as well, so I have no problem with that. If you have really large hands, you might like the overlap grip. So the overlap grip is simply you put your little finger like this, and again, if you have bigger fingers than I have, it will feel more comfortable. This never really felt comfortable to me, but I know that if you have larger fingers, this is a good option as well. So that's the overlap, okay? But the big thing here with your right hand is that you get it to cover that thumb. So I want to get these 3 fingers here at least on the handle, and then I want this thumb to cover the thumb a little bit. So I see a lot of pitfalls where people kind of bring this hand over a lot like this. What that will do most often is actually leave the club face open at the bottom. So let's take a step back so you can see. So if I put my hand like this, the club will actually open here at the bottom. It won't help you square it up or even close it. So I would advise against your lower hand being really over, okay? All right, so that's really it for now. The other thing that I would suggest that you do is when you take, if this is hard, you can also try it this fashion. So you can bring your club to your side and then grab it like this on the side, and that actually gets the hand in a good spot. And then you can bring it to your center and then put the other hand on it, okay? So ideally the top of the handle points just to inside of your armpit. So we don't want the handle pointing right to your belly button. We want it just a little bit forward of that, okay? And that will also help reduce a little bit of that bending here in the wrist sometimes, okay? So, all right, so let's repeat that. Just make sure that you got it. So we want to kind of shake hands with the club, okay? Put it on top like this so that the heel pad is on top of the handle, okay? The mistake that a lot of people make is that they put it here. That makes things very difficult later on as you start swinging. So you want to have this heel pad on top like this, okay? That's going to give you some leverage on the club, okay? You should be able to smash whatever you have on the floor. And then when you look down on the hand, I want you to see at least 1 or 2 knuckles, okay? So if your hand is too far over this way, I can't see any knuckles, okay? So you want to make sure that you get the hand on top enough, okay? So that you can get the right hand to cover that left thumb. All right, so there you have it. So I hope those pointers at least gets you started in the right spot. I've seen that the grip being incorrect means that a lot of people start to hit golf balls, but they have no leverage on the club. So you really want to make sure that you have some leverage with that. And I used to also say that, you know, you should hold the club really lightly. And I would say that was 10 years ago. I would say today that you need to have a little bit, I see too many people actually having too loose of a grip, so that when they get to the top of the swing, it kind of like falls apart and gets all wobbly. That's a problem. So that means that something with your grip isn't quite right, and I'd be happy to take a look at that and help you out. So I hope this video is helpful, giving you off to a good start, and I'll take care and I'll see you soon.